How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back, agents. Today's simulation is some semi-competitive Assassinate on Assassin's Creed Revelations. As we get an awesome spawn and kill Vlad the Impaler, I'm just going to quickly preface this match. Prior to playing this game, I hadn't played anything for at least 2 weeks, so I make a few mistakes in the game, such as not winning the lock and generally making poor decisions in some engagements in the game. But I'm also going to point out that I'm not using smoke or mute, because why would I? I don't need to. I'm better than that. I can play and hold my own without needing to use smoke and or mute to get a good score or a good game. Now, we've seen that both the Jester and the Brigand are using smoke, but I'm not sure about the Courtesan. But it doesn't really matter because they're going to lag out at some point during the game, so they're not really going to cause me any trouble in terms of winning the game. So, yeah. I also want to quickly point out, if my voice sounds different to you, it's because I'm suffering from extreme hay fever at this moment in time. The season is kicked in and is kicking my ass big time. Now that is a badass kill if I have ever seen one. So yeah, my hay fever is really playing up, and I apologise if the recording sounds weird or my voice sounds different to how it normally does. My nose is pretty blocked up at the moment, so I'm having trouble sleeping. A couple of nights ago I only got like 5 hours out of a possible 10, which left me quite shattered, to say the least. So yeah, my hay fever is kicking my ass. So the main thing I wanted to discuss in this video is the E3 coverage of the new games and next generation consoles. So after having gathered more information about next gen consoles, I've made a decision about which one I'm going to get. Now, I'm not going to get it straight away because obviously I don't have the money at my disposal to get the next gen console as soon as it comes out, and I unlocked you. Stun for me. So yeah, my decision that the decision I've made in terms of next gen console, the one I'm going to get, is I'm going to get a PlayStation 4. Now, random fact about me, I did own, when they were new, both the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2, so getting a PlayStation 4 isn't something that is out of context for me, because I've owned 2 PlayStation consoles in the past. I was never a Microsoft fanboy or anything like that, and I gotta say, I didn't see this Vlad, so I kind of wasted my knives there, and I really should have killed this Courtesan first, and hopefully got a kill on Vlad afterwards. But hindsight is a wonderful thing, so enough about that. Yeah, PlayStation 4. It's not like I was ever in Microsoft's corner in terms of having an Xbox or anything like that, or favouriting it over a Sony product. It was more due to an exclusive game that was, I think it was exclusive anyway, like The reason I got my Xbox was so I could play Skate, and the reason I got it was because I've played quite a lot of skateboarding games over the generation of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, and Skate was kind of revolutionary because they changed the way that you would control the characters in game. So it was a lot of fun, and that's why I decided to get my Xbox. And the second game I ever got for my Xbox was Assassin's Creed, the first one. So that was back in 2007. So I'm definitely a PlayStation veteran and also an Assassin's Creed veteran. So if any of you ever had any doubts about my authenticity of playing this game, then that should have been quashed there and then. But the main reason why I decided to go for a PlayStation 4 is not anything in terms of specs or like design or anything like that. It's purely based on price. There's no way I can afford to fork out 500 quid for an Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4 is going to be roughly 350 quid. Excuse me. So my decision really is based on price. Other things come into fact, like having to connect to the internet once every 24 hours to sync with the cloud, and not being able to sell your games and get used games and play used games, and or even lend a game to a friend so that they can play it. And it's just the corporate bullshit that comes with the territory. I really think that Sony have gone the right way, and I'm going to be playing in their corner. So all of you guys that are on PlayStation, I will be expecting a friend request when I get a PlayStation 4. Like I said, it's not going to be straight away. It's going to be a few months into the new year, more than likely, that I do get a next-gen console. So obviously I've got to save up for it first. So yeah. What else were we looking at E3? Well, I was looking at a couple of games. The first of them being Battlefield 4. So I'm pretty sure that most of you aren't going to be bothered about me ranting about Battlefield 4. So I'm going to save your ears that injustice. So the only thing I'll say about it is it looks fucking sick. Assassin's Creed 4 was shown off. Multiplayer and a little bit of single player. We saw a few single player trailers and some multiplayer gameplay. In terms of single player, I'm not really bothered, to be honest, about single player anymore, because they really upset me with killing off Desmond, and some of the changes that they made in AC3, and the whole naval battles crap was a waste of time, and I was just generally unimpressed with Assassin's Creed 3, and I can see a lot of that transferring over into Assassin's Creed 4. So in terms of single player, yeah, I'll play it, and then yeah, I may change my mind once I have played it, but that remains to be seen. So I'm gonna have to wait to see what it's like when it comes out. In terms of multiplayer, I'm actually quite impressed with the stuff that I've seen so far. This new game lab looks pretty good, with the ability to customize about 200 parameters within the base game modes to come up with new and unique game modes. I think the prospect of that is actually really good for the whole game and the community, because it will allow people to be even more creative than they already are, you know, so that's a positive thing for this game and our community. I've got a couple of ideas in mind in terms of game modes. I'm not going to share them with you right now because I've only got like 2 minutes worth of commentary left. Still a bit more to talk about. But yeah, the game lab mode looks really good, and I think a lot of ACB style game modes are going to be pushed out to the public, or into a public playlist, so there's that to look forward to. The characters, they look interesting. I was quite disappointed with the AC3 characters. Let's hope that the AC4 characters can revive my interest in the design of multiplayer characters. Excuse me. The map that they showed off looked absolutely amazing. I think it's more the location that it was set in that I was impressed with. But it looks really, really fucking good. What else? Oh, that's what I was going to say. From what I've seen from the multiplayer footage that people have released, it looks like they've gotten rid of the Abstergo ladder. Because if you look in the footage of, for example, Luma's video, in the top left it says Abstergo grade. Now that makes me think that they've ditched the ladder system and they've revised and refined the old Templar grade pyramid, which I think would be a welcome addition to, or a welcome revisit to the multiplayer, because that was a better system in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood than the Abstergo ladder that they've got in AC3, because that really only and truly rewards those that play it 24/7, you know? So I really think getting rid of that is a really good idea, and from what I've seen it looks like they have. Anyway, come towards the end of the game. I was like 300 points short of 10k, but it was still a pretty good game in my opinion. You'll have to let me know what you think. So I want to say thanks for watching this, guys, and I'll catch you later, YouTube.